The crowd is already loud when the champions make their entrance. Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso step onto the stage, tag team titles over their shoulders, faces locked in, no smiles, no jokes. This isn't celebration mode. This is business. They enter the ring and raise the titles high as the crowd reacts with a mix of cheers and tension. Everyone knows this match isn't supposed to be easy. Everyone knows tonight could be the night the reign ends. The bell rings. From the opening second, the pace is frantic. The challengers rush the Usos, trying to overwhelm them early. Jey Uso gets caught in the corner and eats a flurry of strikes. Jimmy tries to step in, but the referee holds him back as Jey is driven to the mat. The challengers isolate Jey, cutting the ring in half. Quick tags. Cheap shots behind the referee's back. Jey fights, but every time he reaches for Jimmy, he's dragged back to the wrong corner. The crowd starts clapping, trying to will Jey back into the fight. Jey finally breaks free with a desperation kick to the face. He dives. Jimmy gets the tag. Jimmy Uso explodes into the ring. Superkicks everywhere. One challenger drops. The other staggers. Jimmy hits a Samoan drop and covers. 1, 2, kick out. The crowd gasps. Jimmy can't believe it. He looks at Jey, frustration written all over his face. The challengers regroup and catch Jimmy with a sudden double team move that rattles him. Now it's Jimmy trapped. The momentum swings again. Jimmy eats a spine-shaking slam. Cover. 1, 2. Jey breaks it up at the last possible second. The arena erupts. Chaos breaks loose. All four men are in the ring. The referee is shouting, trying to restore order. One challenger shoves Jey into the post. The other lines Jimmy up. Big move incoming. Jimmy slips out. Superkick. Jey is back in the ring. Double superkick. Both challengers are down. The Usos stand in opposite corners, eyes locked on their opponents. The crowd knows what's coming. Oh, the Usos charge. Double splash. Jimmy makes the cover while Jey cuts off the partner. 1, 2, 3. The bell rings. The arena explodes. The Usos have done it. They retain. Jimmy rolls off, exhausted, staring at the ceiling. Jey pulls himself up and grabs the tag titles, handing one to his brother. They stand together in the center of the ring, breathing heavy, sweat pouring, pain all over their faces, but still champions. Jey raises his title and looks into the camera. Jey Uso says everyone keeps doubting them. Every week, people say this is the match where it ends. But every time, the Usos walk out the same way they always do. Champions. Jimmy Uso says Raw is their island now. The tag team division belongs to them. And anybody who wants these titles better come prepared for war. The Usos climb the turnbuckles and raise the championships high as the crowd roars. Raw fades out with the Usos standing tall, proving once again why they are one of the greatest tag teams in WWE history. The Usos are still celebrating when the mood suddenly changes. The camera catches Jimmy and Jey turning toward the stage, smiles fading, bodies tensing up. They know better than to relax. The crowd starts buzzing. Jey Uso lowers his title and grabs a microphone. Jey says everybody in the back can keep lining up. He says Raw can throw every tag team they've got at them, because it doesn't matter who steps up, the Usos are walking out the same way every single time. Jimmy takes the mic next. Jimmy says they've beaten legends, they've beaten young guns, they've beaten teams people said were next. Jimmy says there is no next when it comes to the Usos. This is their division. Suddenly, music hits. The crowd explodes. A new tag team steps out onto the stage, staring straight at the champions. No smiles. No posing. Just cold focus. They don't say a word. They just raise their hands and make the championship gesture around their waists. Jimmy and Jey exchange a look. Jey smirks. Jey tells them if they want a shot, they don't need to wait. He says the Usos don't duck smoke. He tells them to come down to the ring right now. The tension is unreal. The challengers take a step forward. But then stop. They shake their heads. They mouth the words, "Not tonight." The crowd boos loudly. Jimmy laughs and tells them they're smart to walk away, because tonight would have ended badly for them. But the smiles don't last. The challengers suddenly rush the ring from behind. Ambush. The Usos are caught off guard. Jimmy gets slammed into the turnbuckle. Jey gets blasted with a forearm from behind. The challengers unload with heavy shots, dropping the champions to the mat. The crowd is in shock. The challengers lift the tag titles off the mat, staring down at them. They don't steal them. They drop them onto Jimmy and Jey's chests. A message sent. Security rushes the ring as the challengers back up the ramp, never breaking eye contact with the champions. Jimmy Uso slowly sits up, furious. Jey Uso pulls himself to his feet, eyes burning. No words. Just war coming. Raw goes off the air with the Usos holding their titles close, staring down the ramp, knowing their reign just became a whole lot more dangerous.